The Munheung-dong Story.
Hi everyone, this is Munheung-dong, located in the Bukgu district of Gwangju Metropolitan City.
Munheung-dong became a residential complex in 1992 as part of a large-scale housing development in the area when apartment complexes and shops were built where the old villages once stood. Before the housing development project, this place was called the Munsan Village. Munsan Village then is separated into Daemunsan Village and Somunsan Village.
Daemunsan and Somunsan. So, we're talking about a big Munsan village and a small Munsan village.
Actually, the name Somunsan comes from its famous pine trees, and Daemunsan comes from its abundance of bamboo trees.
It's a shame we can't see the trees that the villages were once famous for anymore.
But there is still a very historic Dangsan-namu tree in Daemunsan village. Each year, the locals hold a festival to celebrate an ancient tree that is estimated to be older than 400 years, calling it the Grandmother Dangsan-namu tree. Of course, there is a Grandfather Dangsan-namu tree that used to go along with it, but it was damaged during the typhoon in 1945. The new Grandfather Dangsan-namu tree stands tall in the Munsang Children's Park.
There's an interesting story behind the Grandmother Dangsan-namu tree. One night, a thief stole a cow from the village and was on his way when he passed by the Grandmother Dangsan-namu tree. The next day, the villagers caught the cow thief who was circling around the tree as if he had been possessed by something. There is another legend that says the shape of the leaf on the Dangsan-namu tree would serve as a sign for people if the harvest would be good or bad for that year. The annually held Munsan Dangsanje Festival celebrates the history and traditional culture of the village, promoting harmony within the community. Munheung-dong is a town with past, present, and future, all in a nice package.
That's not all. Don't forget about Samgaksan Mountain, where you can enjoy a nice walk in the city. The Samgaksan Mountain is located behind the village, providing the locals a place to relax all year round. A lot of people visit this mountain to take the trail called the Shi-Min-Ui Sosimgil, which leads the visitors to the May 18th National Cemetery.
But why is it called the Samgaksan Mountain?
There are three folklores behind this mountain. There is a legend about the tragic passing of the three-horned cow. On the other hand, there is another explanation that the name comes from its geographic feature that stretches out in three directions. Finally, the mountain is located near the city which Gyeonwon built as a capital city a long time ago. So some people think the name Samgaksan comes from the original word Seolsan. A new wave of change is happening in Munheung-dong, a beloved place by its residents. The Democracy and Human Rights Memorial Park is to be established on the historic site of Old Gwangju Prison, transforming the space into a venue of history education to promote the significance of the May 18th movement. Also, a legal education facility called Solomon Park is being established to make learning law easy and fun for anyone. Munheung-dong will become a symbolic site for human rights and peace, along with the Democracy and Human Rights Memorial Park.
That's awesome! Munheung-dong today is nothing like its past, but the residents are putting great efforts to preserve the tradition for the betterment of the village.
Come visit us, we'll be waiting.